and welcome to Friday morning's live stroll with Azra. Azra, on the pavement. She's otherwise occupied. I think she saw a cat just before we came onto the camera. Anyway, it's not just Friday, is it, guys? It is Friday. Whether it be school, whether it be work, hopefully this is your countdown to the weekend. Hopefully. So we've got a relatively busy one. Not so much Sunday, but then we probably need to rest anyway, because tomorrow we're going to Newmarket races tomorrow, and it's a busy day. It's a July Cup this weekend, or even this week, the build-up. And yes, it's going to be very, very busy, very, very hot, but we're going with morning. Come on. Stop fussing. Come on, lead on. Going with Julia's firm, who do an annual thing each year. Lovely gesture. So we're very much looking forward to that. And James is coming for the first time this year as well. He's been doing work experience this week there, and he thought it would be quite nice, because he'd know a few people by now, that he could come for the horse racing. So that'd be nice. Nice for me as well, guys, as well, because obviously, whilst I know the faces, obviously they're Julie's work colleagues. A bit like if Julie was to come to my Christmas do or something like that. It's difficult sometimes. So nice to have James there as well. A little bit of company. Anyway, what is everybody else up to today? Is it a normal work day, school day, leisure day, nothing day? Let us know. And just going back to the weekend, so I'm not doing my normal chores with Mum per se, because her hair is later tomorrow, but I will be going, I think, to Tesco's in the morning just to get a couple of bits. I don't know, it just depends when Julie wants to go, because if she's going to go on Sunday, Sunday's probably the better day to go and get some yogurts and some stuff. So I'll wait and see, have that conversation later. But if I don't need to go to Tesco's in the morning, I'll actually be able to have a semi-lane. Chance to be a fine thing. Good morning to everyone joining up. I've just seen a few people coming in, so good morning to you. We're doing the country stroll this morning. If you've been with me before, you all know exactly what that is. A residential bit of the stroll. Which will be in about 5 minutes. And then it's lovely rolling fields, woodland, peace and quiet, apart from us nattering away. And then, of course, you've got the England match tomorrow night as well. Anyone that's interested in the football, depends where you're watching from, of course. France beating Morocco last night, so they've booked one of their places in the semi-final. My trusty bag, guys. As Azra's just going to the loo. Yeah, so we've got a game tonight. It was Spain and Belgium tonight, I believe. And then England, Norway, and what is it, Colombia? No, sorry, Switzerland, versus Argentina tomorrow in the early hours of Sunday morning. Silly time really to have the game. But anyway, it is what it is. Not sure I'll stay up and watch it. Depends how exhausted I am from the England game. Anyway, what's everybody else doing this weekend? What plans have you got? We can play the geography game this morning if people fancy. Just tell me what time it is where you are, not the UK. Now try and guess where in the world you are. I've got a pretty good score on this so far. It's not always accurate to the exact place, but more or less the area where you are. Let's put it like that. And then the World Cup game, it's getting a bit short now, isn't it, really? But who's your favourite to win? What do you reckon the final's going to be? I stuck with what I said all along. France will win. My heart says England, my head says France. And I've stuck to that since before the first kick-off. And I've never changed. So I do think France are on a different planet. Although they have had phases in this World Cup where they've not looked brilliant. And even in that first half against Morocco last night, they weren't brilliant. But they did turn it on in the second half, for sure. Just to give you an idea of the temperature again this morning, guys. We do like to have a quick chat about weather. When I left home this morning, 20 degrees. Thank you for the like. Do make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. It is appreciated. But yeah, 20 degrees, and it's 5:15 a.m. here in the UK in the morning, so it was another stonker overnight. Yesterday was really hot. I think today's supposed to be cooler. We'll wait and see on that. We've had a hose pipe ban put in place as well. Come on, Azra. Hose pipe ban put in place as well as of yesterday. So I guess that means we're in drought conditions. There'll always be people that just do whatever they want, isn't there, really? But we will do the right thing. What other updates have we got from that point of view? I don't really think anything. It's Julia's birthday today. Now, as I was walking out the door yesterday, I said to Julia, I asked you a week ago what you wanted. She couldn't tell me. She still couldn't tell me yesterday, so I've had to use a bit of imagination and get her a couple of surprises. She does know we're going out tonight as well for a meal. So that'll be nice. I picked someone that's got aircon. So hopefully they don't let us down. Come on, Azra. I've got a little something being delivered to Julia's work today, and a little something came home with me last night, which she obviously knows now. A nice helium balloon with lots of lovely colour balloons within the helium balloon. That came home with me last night. I wanted to have it as a surprise this morning, but it was just the way the temperature is at the minute. I did say to her, do you think it'd be alright in the car or the garage? And she was a bit worried about it with the temperatures we're having in the UK at the minute, so I just had to take it in. What choice have you got? You don't want it to be a waste of money, do you? So, Azra, come on, lead on. People tune in to watch you, Azra, not listening to me droll on, and then you're walking behind. Come on. Azra, this way. Good girl. Come on, lead on. This way, Azra, we're going the normal way. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. She has mornings like this, guys, where she's very unsure of what she's doing. I don't know why she does it. I guarantee, if I wasn't here, she could do this route by herself, blindfolded. Or even with one of them Back to the Future 2 dog leads. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the film. Because I reckon she could cope with one of them. I reckon I could cope with one of them, I could stay in bed. Got a lovely sunrise over there. But I wouldn't get as much come on, Azra. I wouldn't get as much exercise if we had one of them, let's put it like that. So hi to MDA. I can't read the whole name, it's gone off the bottom of my screen. I just saw the beginning, so I'm sorry if I've not said your name right and just abbreviated it. How you doing this morning? Thanks for commenting, thanks for joining up. Where in the world are you watching from? Just tell me what time it is where you are and I'll try and guess. There you go. I can get the geography game going. You can see though how brown the grass is. I've sort of been watching some of the lives over the last sort of few weeks and months, and you can just see how brown everywhere now is because of the lack of rain that we've had. There is rain forecast for next week, I believe, and the temperatures are supposed to be a lot cooler. But then if you go on the weather forecast long range, it does ramp back up again, so there we go. Come on, Azra. And you're going to see a glorious, I'm going to put the camera up, sunrise in a moment. Look at that. Amazing. Morning. No, come on. Come on, Azra. Azra. No, come on. Come on. What does your school report say? Easily distracted. Azra, come on. That dog is not interested in the owner's instruction. More interested in what Azra's doing. To be fair, you're more interested in what it's doing. If you are interested, guys, on Sunday's live, quite near towards the end, maybe about 10-15 minutes before the end, we saw that same lady and Azra and the white dog did have a little chat. It's quite nice, actually. No barking, no shenanigans. Got a few bunnies up here. You might see one moving. It's quite camouflaged, guys. It's quite camouflaged, actually, with the path. Their little hutches down there somewhere, or hole in the ground, whatever you want to call it. Come on, warren, is it warren for a rabbit? I think it's a warren, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, so now moving into the cooler, wooded area. Obviously the time of day we come out, because we're sensible, like these other dog owners we've seen this morning, the temperatures are a lot cooler. As I said earlier, about 20 degrees. But when you hear and see people going out with their dogs sort of... it was 35 yesterday and I saw a couple of people walking their dogs past work. And very difficult to really have a bit of a spat with someone when you've got your work uniform on and what have you. So I do feel sorry for these dogs. I mean, that temperature, the pavements will be really hot, and it's just not fair. And they can get heat stroke, you know, anything. It's horrendous really to think people even contemplate taking the dogs out then. It's just, anyway. When we get home, Azra is pretty knackered, to be honest with you. She'll have a lay down and have a bit of a nap. She'll have a drink and then lay down a bit of a nap. But she's quite hot and worn out. Now, you've got to remember, guys, dogs have fur coats. Come on, good girl. All year round. Whereas we can put a t-shirt on, a pair of shorts. We can even take our t-shirt off. You know, you can sort of relatively strip down to sort of keep cool. They can't. And it's what I think people sometimes forget, to be fair. So the message of the day, take care of your furry friends. Because they certainly do not cope well with this weather. They obviously people say, well, how do dogs get on in hot countries? Well, I think it's slightly different, isn't it? Because they sort of acclimatise to it. That's the way of life and they deal with it. Whereas in this country, we sort of get this weather probably for about a month of the year combined in most circumstances. Go on, Azra, lead on. And that's the difference. Plus our houses are designed to insulate the heat. So obviously in the winter, they don't get as cold, but in the summer, they get very warm. Unless you're lucky enough to have aircon, which we do have in our bedroom. Thank goodness. Because it is stonking at night at the minute. And I don't know how people cope. I really don't. Anyway, let's not moan about it. Because as I was saying to someone yesterday at work, we could video a little message yesterday when it was stonkingly hot and then watch it back in 3 months and then be moaning that we're cold again. And you just think to yourself, enjoy the weather. And that's, as I said earlier, we've seen a couple of dog walkers already. There is someone else out over there. We never seen people when we're out in the mornings, really. But obviously, because of the temperatures at the minute, people are up earlier, taking their pets out. The sensible ones, anyway. So, okay, right. So, we're going to be making the turn in a minute to go across the field. Again, if you've been with me before, you'll know where we're going. It's for the people that... We get new people all the time with the channel. Every single day there are new people watching, which is great. But I look at the statistics a lot because a young channel like mine, you need to understand. And every single day, a good percentage is lost the path for a second. Is new people watching, which is great. So we've got this lovely sunrise in front. The camera, I'm not having to stop for that. It's coming out really well. I'm just very mindful where that person's going, especially if they've got a dog. But it looks like they're going straight on. Sort of over the rickety, yeah, they are going over the rickety old bridge, which is lovely. Azra just fell down the path. I promise you she's not been drinking. Look at this, beautiful. Come on. So, information for the weekend. Obviously we're live now. We'll be live in the morning, normal time, probably 5, half 5. Sunday, yeah, maybe slightly later, depends on how the England game goes and if it's extra time and all that sort of razzmatazz. That's exactly what time we go out. We're going to the cafe at 9. So I'll probably, by the absolute latest, be out about 7 on Sunday. And that's the absolute latest it'll be. Especially if I do the long stroll. I probably won't do that long stroll again this weekend. That's quite a lot to do actually, especially with the weather. We'll see what we do. And then Monday, sort of back to the normal time of between 5 and 10 past that we start. Come on, Azra. Come on. Rolling in rabbit poo. So yeah, that's your weekend. I have said it already, I will say it again, and I'm trying to say it a couple of times a week. August, we are basically on holiday for most of the month, so there won't be any lives in the morning per se. Now where we're going, we are taking the dogs on one of them, so there probably will be some lives then. But the normal lives that we get sort of 5 times a week will be back as of the 1st of September, as of the end of this month. There'll be travel vlogs coming out, stuff like that. The normal shorts will be coming out. They come out on the channel every day. Everything will remain normal. It's just the lives that will be on pause, apart from when we're on holiday with the dogs, for the reasons I've explained. It's quite nice to have a bit of a reset on the channel as well, actually. So yeah, we've had a very, very good year with the channel. Remains a hobby for me. Always will be. It will never pay that much. Come on in, let's go. So I just enjoy bringing you guys with me, really. What we got here? Nice emojis being sent there. I like that. Thank you very much. But I like to tell people about what's happening. I will put a community thing on the page as well. And the reason I'm doing that is because people do actually enjoy the lives, and they do tune in and watch. Obviously it goes through fits and spells as to how many people are actually watching. But you do get your regular people that do join. And I like people to know what's going on, so I don't think I've disappeared off the face of the earth. That's certainly not the case. It is literally because we're away quite a lot in August. I just thought it would be the right time to have a little bit of a break from the lives. Everything else will remain the same, and obviously there'll be travel vlogs coming out. But yeah, so that's that. Good. Parish notice done. We can continue. So we're sort of now coming back into the residential part of this stroll. I don't know where that chap in the red went. He might have gone along the wooded area behind me, sort of in this tree line here, or he might even have continued up here. I have no idea. I certainly didn't see where he went once he cleared the pathway where we were walking. So, and he's certainly, as far as I can see, not in front. And I am looking in case they did have a dog or anything. But anyway, he's well ahead wherever he is. So onwards and upwards. Lovely bird song this morning. I wonder where Azra's horsey friends are going to be this morning. Are they going to be close to the fence, or are they going to be further away? Not that Azra really acknowledges them anymore, but it's nice when she sees them. I think she sort of in her own way does acknowledge them, but the first year we were doing this, which obviously was last year, she was fascinated by them. But I think she's realised they don't do a lot to play with her, so... They're all in the huddle over there. I don't know if that's coming out. There's 3 of them over there, and Azra down there eating grass. Come on, Azra, lead on. I've said many times before, people tune in to watch you, not listen to me droning on. It feels, guys, very much like the temperature now is already beginning to ramp up a little bit. It's not hot or anything horrible like that. And the sun really isn't that hot at the minute, but you just feel as soon as the sun comes up, that temperature just starts to sort of slowly creep up. But still very, very pleasant to walk. I think I feel it more, as I said to you before, I have to wear a light gilet when we come out. And the reason for this is it holds the camera up so it doesn't drop and I don't have to keep holding it. So I have to wear it, but I do get hot. Had quite a few likes this morning. I've just seen, sort of had a quick look as we're walking. 9's pretty good going. You go through fits and starts with how many people are watching, so I never worry. I appreciate the sole. Well, there's a couple more people coming on as well, so I appreciate the sole person that is sticking with it. I appreciate that. Appreciate you for that. We are coming up to the 4th and final field that will be meandering our way through. Again, if you're new here, this is our country stroll we do. We are now back into the residential bit of the stroll, to be fair. We've been going almost half an hour, but we have got one more field to go round before we negotiate the science park and get on our way home. I was a bit later as well this morning, guys. I was just so tired. I did stay up and watch the football, all probably till about 80 minutes, and then France were clearly going to win, so I thought, bedtime. And I woke up this morning as the alarm went off, and that's very unusual for me. Normally I'm up about 10-15 minutes before the alarm. This morning with the alarm. Go on, Azra, good girl. So when I get home, just little chores I've got to do. I've done everything except, and I put a wash on before we come out, so I just want to hang that up. Come on, Azra. I want to hang that up before we start watching a bit of YouTube. We've got the old Netflix, I think, World Cup programme on as well. I'll probably watch a bit of that, see who they've got on, see what they're talking about. And then, leave for work around 7:30 for our final stint this week. But guess what? And it depresses me to even think about it. It starts all again next week. I'm on a countdown to our holiday, really. I say, we're not quite going away on the 1st of August, but for the reasons I've already said about having a bit of a break, so the channel will be on a live holiday as of the 1st of August. As I said, the shorts will still be coming out, there will still be some travel vlogs, and there might be the occasional live, but predominantly we're away most of August, so that's why we're not doing it. Anyway, the point is, I don't even know what the point is, I don't know what I'm saying. We've got probably another 2-3 weeks of lives in July. You had enough, have you? You just want to sit down? We've got to get home. We've got to go and have a drink. We've got to go and have breakfast. Breakfast. I know. Come on then, let's go. You see that reaction when I said breakfast, guys? That got her back up again, didn't it? There are certain words that get a reaction from Azra. Walk and breakfast. Aren't they? Azra, breakfast? Breakfast? When we get home. And sit and heel and paw, all those sorts of things. She understands. When I wasn't working last year, I did do a lot of work with Azra. She's not perfect and her recall is still not great. As I've spoken about before as to why she's always on the lead. But a lot of other stuff she's very, very good at. I was looking at my average pace as well this week. It has been a little bit slower, and I think, well, it can only be because of the temperature, but it was quite interesting to see the difference from sort of one week to the next. Last week was a lot cooler. Next week's apparently supposed to be a lot cooler, so be different, interesting to see. But I think it's human nature, isn't it, that you sort of slow down. Certainly of an evening and the weekends when it's been really hot, you just don't want to do anything. This is why I do the horrible chores on a Friday, really, and try and do quite a lot in the mornings, because then come the weekend when you really can't be bothered, you haven't got to do anything. Easy game, isn't it? That is the plan, Stan, anyway. But I can feel beads of sweat now. Just as we're making this final push, I can feel beads of sweat running down my forehead. To give you an idea, guys, I never sweat. I really don't. And this heat in this country really has brought it out of me. The one time I can remember sweating was when we were in Egypt a few years ago. And that was hot. Hot, hot, hot. Good morning. It's Holly and Rufus, isn't it? It's Holly and Rufus. yeah, Mike is back on now. I've just turned it. I was just having a chat with someone, another fellow dog walker, so I turned the old mic off. So we are back on now. That's some of Azra's friends. I've mentioned before, she used to go to a little dog cafe. At one of the local pubs, and that chap and his wife were the organiser, or one of the organisers for it. And and it's back again now. The pub's been reopened, but they just don't seem like they can do the evenings at the minute, unfortunately. So a bit of a shame. And there might have been a chance we might have been able to have gone when we were off. But I don't think we'll be able to, looking at the day they do it. No, I don't think there's going to be that chance. So shame, but nice to catch up, nice to have a chat. So yeah, and yeah, thank you for letting me know about the microphone as well. It's usually little Ralphie, if they're on, that tell me about that. It doesn't happen very often because with Azra, she does get a little bit excitable around other dogs, but she knows those two, and they were all so pleased to see each other. It was really nice. As I say, she doesn't get to see them that often anymore, so really nice for her to see them. Anyway, so we are now meandering our way towards the science park via this little wooded area and then home. That little stop there did cost me though, because I'm now going to have to hang the washing up whilst I'm watching my football programme. It's a tough life, guys. I like to sit down and chill out once I've got my little chores done. Anyway, it won't take me long. I could have cut this bit off the stroll and have gone straight home, but no, I like to get our steps and our miles in, so that is what we'll do. Come on, lead on. What have we been going now? At 40 minutes? Yeah, 40 minutes. So we'll wrap this up when we probably get to the end and the turn, I think. Show you the nice sunrise from the vantage point where we are. When we get to the end here, and I think we'll call this one a day. It's been lovely this morning. Lovely stroll, lovely chatting to a couple of people. And then obviously seeing some of Azra's friends as well. And here we go. Over the top of the building. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for sticking with it this morning. We'll be back tomorrow. As I said, back tomorrow, back Sunday, back Monday. Timings may vary. Sunday will be the one, a bit later maybe. Tomorrow and Monday will be the normal time, sort of around 5 to half 5. So, have a good day, whatever you're up to, guys. Enjoy your Friday. And we will reconvene our live tomorrow.